OpenAI announced a new update for ChatGPT called GPT-4.o, and I have some feelings about it. Hi, welcome to ZGadgetReview. OpenAI has announced a biggish update for ChatGPT. The name of this update is going to be GPT-4.o. Some of the updates are going to be that the new model is going to be more conversational. It's going to have also a little bit of a personality that I'm not very excited about. It's also going to be using a lot more of the camera in order to look at things around you, your environment, to read your expressions, to help you to solve problems that you could be actually writing on a piece of paper. Some of those things seem pretty exciting. Some of those things I'm kind of like, all right. For example, they did a demo of ChatGPT being able to translate between two people. And the translation seemed pretty seamless, right?
Hey, ChatGPT, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking. How about you? How's your day going?
I'm doing great. So I would like you to function as a translator. I have a friend here who only speaks Italian, and I only speak English. And every time you hear English, I want you to translate it to Italian. And if you hear Italian, I want you to translate it back to English. Is that good?
Perfetto.
Mark, io mi chiedo se le balene potessero parlare, cosa ci direbbero?
Mike, she wonders if whales could talk, what would they tell us?
Not that we've never seen anything do that, because obviously Google does that very easily. But the idea is that ChatGPT is going to do it in a more conversational, organic way, instead of having a lot of stops between what the person says and the other person hears. Of course, it does some really cool things. For example, helping this person solve an equation.
ChatGPT, what equation did I write down there?
Ah, I see it now. You wrote down 3x plus 1 equals 4.
Yep, exactly. So what's the first step I should take to try to solve this?
The first step is to get all the terms with x on one side and the constants on the other side. So what do you think we should do with that plus 1?
Okay, I'm going to try to subtract 1 from both sides, and then I'll see what I get.
Great idea. Perfect. Now, what do you get when you subtract 1 from both sides?
Okay, so ChatGPT, this is what I ended up with. How does this look?
Spot on. Now you've isolated the term with x on one side, and it looks like 3x equal 3. What do you think we should do next to solve for x?
I'm not sure. Can you give me another hint?
Of course. You have 3x, and you want to find the value of x. Think about what operation would undo multiplication.
Is it subtraction?
Close, but think of the opposite of multiplication, because 3x means 3 times x.
Okay, I think it's division. Let me try to divide both sides by 3, and let me see what I get.
Bingo! Go ahead and divide both sides by 3.
Okay, so ChatGPT, this is what I ended up with. How does this look?
It looks perfect. You've solved it, and x equals 1. Nicely done.
But of course, to me, that also has its downside, right? If someone is learning, like in this example, math, and you have something that you can talk to pretty much help you solve what you are learning, how much learning can you do? How much learning can you actually get out of a machine walking you through step by step, solving an equation and avoiding you from making mistakes, versus you actually learning it on your own and making those mistakes and learning from those mistakes like everybody has always done. Even these people who are programming ChatGPT did not have ChatGPT when they were learning to do this. So they had to learn it the hard way. And when I see that ChatGPT can just use your camera to look at anything in front of it and kind of like give you the answer and give you not only the answer, but step-by-step solutions on how to get to that answer, to me is kind of a detriment to people learning. And that's, to me, where the biggest issue comes in with this type of model. The other thing is that it's able to see your face and it reads your emotions. Do I really need my virtual assistant to see if I'm happy or sad? Why would I need that? What is the point of that? the only way I can see this is all these robots that we've seen that eventually are most likely going to have this model into them. If you have a robot walking around your house and it needs to serve you in whatever way it needs to serve you, it will make sense that it will need to know what your mood is at the moment. If you're happy, if you're sad, if you're angry. But other than that, I'm not going to pick up my phone and be like, hey, tell me, what do you think I'm feeling right now? Like, why the hell would I do that? Another thing they're adding that I think is actually really cool is the capability for ChatGPT to look at your computer screen while you're working on something and help you that way, making it easier for you to show data or whatever it is you're working on to ChatGPT instead of having to take the time to input the data manually. And of course, it's also going to have the capability of hearing what you have to say and responding back to you.
Yeah, it's going really well. I was wondering if you could help me with a coding problem today.
Of course, I'd love to help you out. What's the coding problem you're dealing with?
Okay, I'm going to share with you some code. 1 second.
Sure thing. Take your time.
Okay, so I just shared some code with you. Could you give me a really brief 1-sentence description of what's going on in the code?
This code fetches daily weather data for a specific location and time period, smooths the temperature data using a rolling average, annotates a significant weather event on the resulting plot, and then displays the plot with the average, minimum, and maximum temperatures over the year.
Awesome, thanks so much. And in the code, there's this function foo. Can you describe to me what the plot would look like if I had versus didn't have this function?
Sure. The function foo xy takes in a data frame x containing temperature data and a window size y for calculating the rolling mean. It smooths the average temperature, minimum temperature, and maximum temperature columns by applying a rolling mean over the specified window. With the foo function, the plot would show smoother temperature lines because the rolling mean reduces the noise or fluctuations in the data.
Awesome.
What I did not like was that this new model is going to have a lot of personality. And I personally do not need personality from my virtual assistant. And that was the thing that turned me off about this. That the model seems to be over nice to the point that it makes me feel like, fake nice. I personally don't need a virtual assistant to be like, hi, how are you? How is your day? How are you doing? No, I just need you to say hi and then get to what I need you to do. Because if I'm calling you, I'm not calling to have a conversation. I'm calling because I need you to do something for me, which is the whole point, in my opinion, for all of this type of technology. It's not there to be my friend. It's there to do what I needed to do to serve me in the way I'm looking to serve me at that moment. There's another demo where this person showed a room to ChatGPT.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey there, it's going great. How about you? I see you're rocking an OpenAI hoodie. Nice choice. What's up with that ceiling though? Are you in a cool industry style office or something?
Well, can you take a guess at what I might be doing based on what I'm showing you here?
From what I can see, it looks like you're in some kind of recording or production setup. With those lights, tripods, and possibly a mic, it seems like you might be gearing up to shoot a video or maybe even a live stream.
Yeah. In fact, we've got a new announcement to make.
As you can see here, it is looking at the room and is analyzing every single thing in the room and is creating an idea of what this person is doing in the room or what they're about to do in that room. And while I find it really, really cool that it can do that, I also have my reservations about how much freedom it should have to be able to do those things and where those barriers are going to be put or when are those barriers are going to be put on AI to kind of protect ourselves, right? In a way. And again, that personality of ChatGPT, like I find it really annoying for some reason. The way I see these little updates that we're getting, I feel like we are the frog in the pot, and the heat is just getting turned up slowly on us little by little, like, oh look, ChatGPT can do this. Now we're just gonna wait until you accept it and you're okay with it and everything, and then we're gonna bring the next update and then we're going to just put it a little higher. Then you're gonna be okay until you accept it and fall for it and so on. And that's my concern about this is when does it stop? Where do we stop? When does society say, okay, enough, we don't need any more of this, that's good enough, all those things, right? Well, this might seem a doom and gloom type video. No, I'm going to tell you the truth. I think it's really exciting what's happening in that field. I think it's really exciting that we're getting all these tools that, in a way, Google is what they've been trying to do for all these years with the Google Assistant. Same thing with Amazon Echo products. That's kind of like what we've been working towards all these years. But now that we're here, now that we're getting closer to that ideal of what we want on a virtual assistant, how much farther do we want it to go? Where do we want it to stop? Do we need a virtual assistant with a stupid personality? I will say no, we don't. Clearly, that's the thing that bothers me the most. What do you think about the new ChatGPT update? Are you excited? Do you like the personality of the freaking assistant, or do you dislike it as much as I do? Let me know in the comment section. That is it for me. Go ahead and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Go ahead and hit that bell so you can be alerted every time we have videos. And thank you very much for watching.